everyone and welcome to my zombie nurse tutorial. Okay then guys, let's get started. I'm going to be using the black shade from the Morphe 35B palette. Using the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Porcelain, I added this all over my lid ready as a base for my eyeshadow. Using that black shade from the Morphe palette, I apply it in a cut crease shape. Now using the Carroty Matte palette in the black shade just over the top of the previous black as this is more pigmented. Moving on to the Sephora Pro palette, I will be using the deep pinky red colour just to blend out the black cut crease shape. Using a nude eyeshadow to help blend out the red. I go back in with both eyeshadows to help the blend. Adding the same black eyeshadow under the eye. Now adding a bit of colour under the eye with that same pinky red shade and blending it with the nude. Adding the NYX Jumbo pencil in milk to my waterline. Using the NYX liquid liner in matte just to line my lash line and extend the inner corner. I decided to add some more of that pinky red shade. I then curled my lashes and used the Miss Baby Roll mascara. Using a lash applicator, I added on my lashes. This product is actually the Mist FX Face and Body Paint. It is used for airbrushing, however, I felt that the pigment is quite good with these, so I use this instead of any face paint. To represent blood coming from my eye, I created 5 wiggly lines, then I thickened the ends of them to kind of make a teardrop shape. I will now highlight and darken the tears. Using a brown from the matte Carroty palette, I darken the appropriate areas. Followed by a black from the Morphe palette just to deepen that area. To create a highlight, I use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. To highlight further, I use the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in Drug Lord. Now to move on to the other eye, I use the Meron Paradise paint in red. I dotted on the paint then joined up the shape at the end. I filled in the shape with some red face paint, then I used the Morphe 35C palette just to go over the top of that. I also made sure to add some of the eyeshadow to the waterline. I used the L'Oreal Infallible Foundation all over my face. Using some red and purple shades, I outlined the shape that we had done so it looked irritated. I also decided to deepen some of the edges. Now using a nude colour, I use this to help blend out the red eyeshadow. This is the Kryolan colour wheel. I did buy this years and years ago and I'm not even sure if they're being made anymore, but I used the very light skin tone colour just to add some highlight, then I blended it in with my finger. It is just a cream colour wheel, so I'm pretty sure you can find something very similar to this. For my lips, I used the Jeffree Star liquid lip in Virginity. I used a thin brush and some brown eyeshadow to map out some stitches that I wanted to do on my face. On my cheek, I wanted to do the same sort of thing that I did with my eye, so I drew a shape filled it in and repeated the entire process that I did. I darkened up my lips with just some black eyeshadow. Using the red eyeshadow just to make the stitches look a bit irritated. I decided to use the NYX liquid liner over the top of the stitches just to make them look more defined. Okay, so this nurse hat that I'm showing you, I literally just cut it out of a piece of paper and drew the cross onto it. This plate just contains some edible blood that I had made. Moving on to the body painting of this tutorial. Well, I'm showing you are nipple pasties and I just applied them before I started painting. Using some red paint, I made the outline of my jacket. For this, I did Google nurse outfits and I used a reference photo. I coloured in my collar red, then I added some red to the ends of my sleeves and then added some red for the tops of pockets. Using the white face paint, I coloured in the rest of the jacket. I decided to add some more of the red shapes onto my chest and repeat the process that I did for my eye and my cheek. I started to shade in the collar as well as my chest. Moving on to the pocket, I used some grey eyeshadow and made the pocket shape. I applied more grey eyeshadow and created a shadow to make the pocket look more realistic. I outlined the pocket with the NYX liquid liner as this has a really thin brush. Using the same grey eyeshadow, I used this to make a shadow under the collar. I decided I wanted to add a design to the pocket and I was struggling to create a circle shape, so I used my colour wheel to do this and then coloured it in red. To finish the pocket design, I used some white paint and painted a cross. To finish the chest piece, I added some little stitches with the NYX liner. Using a lot of water and red paint on my brush, I created a blood splatter. These are the contacts I decided to use for this look. In my right eye, I applied just a red contact with a black outline. I did end up smudging some makeup and had to fix that. This contact was a bit different to what I normally use. You are blind wearing these, but it was zombie themed and I thought it was quite fitting. We are now done with the makeup part of this look. I decided to make some edible blood to take some photos with. As you can tell, it does not taste very nice. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Here is the little video that I made with the fake blood, and trust me, it did not taste very nice. Like, comment and subscribe if you feel like it. Survive.